Hey, welcome to What's Your Problem? I am Scot Ferrell. Got a great topic. Now, I've done this topic probably 10 times already, but for some reason, it's just not sinking in the folks. So let me do it again for you. Now, today's title is Maybe It's You. That's the problem with your dating life. All right, so I'm going to break this down into three things and three things only. This past week, I was at the doctor's office, and I got a lot of cool doctors, and some of my friends, and I've gotten to know their staffs. And when I go in, they normally ask me questions. Well, this week I went one, two, let me count, one, two, five people stopped and asked me the same thing. How do I find a man? And what's wrong? Why can't I find a good man? Or what's taking so long? And I said, well, how long have you been looking? And it ranged from 4 months to 4 years or so. So I'm gonna break it down three steps on how to do this. Now, number one, you could get from the title. Maybe it's you. I was talking to a friend last night, and I said, I've known you since you were 18 years old. And I'm not going to announce her age now, nor mine. But I'm like, it's been a while. And she's gone through relationships. She's been married. And I said, did you notice the pattern here? You've never had a successful relationship. Maybe it's you. All right, and then we laughed and we go through it. And I could have said the same thing about my life many years ago. And I finally had to look in the mirror. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the dating problem. And I was smart enough, crazy enough, to look up people that I had dated that didn't want to kill me and ask, what's bad about me? What did I do wrong? And I took for granted that everything they said was true. All right. Wow, I had a legal pad that you can see my fingers. It was that thick. So what I did was I said, okay, everything these ladies have said is all true. All right, let me put the solution to every one of these things. It was amazing once I'd done that, how my life changed. All right, so when you're thinking about dating, if there's a line of folks in unsuccessful relationships, maybe it's you. It's the same with everything that happens in your life. Whatever you want to do in life, you always have to look in the mirror and go, am I the problem? And I wrote a bestseller, I think it came out 7 years ago. It was called It's Not Them, It's You. It was for CEOs and senior VPs on behavior of running a company. But you're the CEO or SVP of your life, so wouldn't it make sense that top down? So whatever you're doing's either helping your life or hurting your life. So look in the mirror first before you look on the external and go, okay, I'm the problem. All right, what's the solution for me? And you can always email me if you have any questions at scotferrell.com. Just send me an email. All right, number two. All right, let's say that, okay, you sat down and went, it's me. All right, like I did. So then I had to say, all right, since we know the previous problem, it's not going to be the problem going forward, what do I want? Well, I can't go date someone if I don't know what I'm looking for. It's no different than buying a car, buying a shirt, going on vacation. What do you want? So I took out a piece of paper again. I took out several sheets and wrote the 100 non-negotiables. No way, if they're not these 100, I'm not going to date them. All right, that took a while. I breezed through probably the first 50. And what am I talking about? Characteristics. I'm not talking about looks. I never put looks on my sheet. Why? Because with my lifetime, I've dated girls from 5 continents. Race or, 2 millimeters of skin didn't matter to me. Because I liked dating people with dark skin, light skin. I liked cultures. I liked new foods. I liked multiple languages. I told somebody one time, I'm the only guy I know that's been yelled at in Pidgin, Swahili, Japanese, Korean, Spanish, French, Dutch, Danish, Russian. Yeah, and then English, of course. I'm sure there's a few I forgot, but it was amazing the talent I had to make all those women angry. And it's funny how somebody can start in English and go to Japanese and to English back to Japanese, or it's Spanglish or whatever it is. It's amazing you're still in trouble even though you don't understand. So I had to have the list. And so, all right, so someone's ethnicity doesn't matter to me. Someone's looks don't matter to me. I've dated from 0 to 26 at this time, didn't matter. but I needed to know what kind of music they like. Where did they like to go? Did they believe in God? Did they have Jesus? Did they serve Christ? Were they a believer or just a Christian? Did they go to college or not go to college? Does that matter? What's their profession? And it just went boom, 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 and thought about all the things I enjoy. All right, so I got my 100. It probably took me a week, but I wanted to meet someone that met the list. As soon as I got the list done, my wife shows up. That simple. It was within 3 weeks. That was 17 years ago. Now, previously, I did the list. I probably did that list 28 years ago, maybe longer. But I didn't date for long stretches because I was a high school basketball coach, and if you know anything about coaching, I didn't have time to date. That's a 90-hour week job, so didn't date a lot during that time. And then the last one, so we have you, then we have the list, so put the list down. Nothing's going to happen till you write it down, and every single day, all you do is focus on that list, and that's what you focus on, and you don't date anybody that doesn't meet the criteria. It's no different than hire somebody. You're interviewing someone for a job. You got to make sure you really want to hire this person. And somebody you want to keep employed throughout. Because if you date somebody, that's who you marry. That's who you have kids with. That's who you spend time with. All right, so next one. You got to live like it's true. Okay, quantum physics will take over, but you go ahead, okay, I got my list. I know I'm the problem, so I'm fixing that right now. All right, because you never want to bring somebody into your mess. And you don't want to blame somebody for the previous 5 guys. It's not fair. He didn't do that. They did that, but you let them do that. So again, it's back to you. So now you set your place up, whether it's an apartment, house, whatever it is, as if that person's getting ready to be delivered by UPS or FedEx tomorrow. You sleep on one side of the bed. You go ahead and set up the bathroom and your closets as if someone's moving in. Every single aspect of your life, you're going to now live like someone's there. When you set the table at night for dinner, set 2 places. Now, before you go, oh, I'm not going to do that, I don't do it. It's worked for every single person I've had do this. Every single one of them. That's done it. Now, a lot of people tell me they want to do this and they don't do it. But it's worked for every single person I've had do this, including myself. So, I was a customer before I was the teacher, right? So you have to live like it's true, and that will show up. But you have to believe, and again, you can't be this one person that I always seem to meet, right? There aren't any good men, they're all liars and they all cheat. No, they do on you, because your expectation is that that's what they'll do. And like I've told many, many people, you will always date how you feel about you. So if you have a low self-esteem, you're going to find people that mistreat you. If you don't believe much in you, you're going to find people that validate that. But if you believe who you are through Christ, I'm a princess, I'm a daughter of the king, then you're going to act like a princess, and you're only going to date someone who magnifies that. Now, I don't have endless amounts of time to go over this, but those are 3 things. The other day at the doctor's office, I went through it with several people because, you got people in line, and people are always trying to listen to what you're saying. So I only had like 3 or 4 minutes to go through this. So I wanted to do it quick for you. So three things. You, stop being the problem, fix you. You want to fix that mess before you introduce somebody else to that mess, right? 2, if he's wonderful and he's everything you want, be everything he wants. And if you're a broken mess who's still got all the issues, daddy issues and from the past, and your programming issues, is he really going to want to date you? All right, so you make the list, 50 to 100 items, non-negotiables, and then live like it's already true. Or if you have any questions, just send me an email. My website's scotferrell.com. Let me spell it, SCOTFERRELL.com. If you have any comments, let me know. If you have a question that you want me to answer on video, let me know. Just send it to me. I'll be glad to. All right, signing off now. I'll see you in the next episode of What's Your Problem. Take care.